Title: Merck goes toe-to-toe with Uncle Sam, the Medicare drug price showdown. TLDR. Pharma giant Merck is stepping into the legal ring with the US government, trying to score a knockout against the Medicare drug price negotiation scheme found in the Inflation Reduction Act. They're swinging with arguments based on the First and Fifth Amendments. But, wait. Did somebody say below market rates for life-saving drugs? So, is it big pharma profits versus affordable meds? In what appears to be a David and Goliath showdown, only in this case both sides seem pretty Goliath, pharmaceutical titan Merck has tossed its gloves into the ring, suing the US government. The reason? Merck's beef is with the Inflation Reduction Act's drug price negotiation program, which they claim violates the Fifth and First Amendments to the US Constitution. Now isn't that a punchline? The nitty-gritty of the lawsuit is this: Merck says the law would have them negotiating drug prices for the government's Medicare health insurance program at, gasp, below market rates. This, they argue, is a big no-no according to that part of the Fifth Amendment that requires Uncle Sam to cough up fair compensation for private property taken for public use. You following? Now here's the jab: Americans are shelling out more greenbacks for medicines than any other country. The Biden administration's drug pricing reform is aiming to save a cool $25 billion annually by 2031 through price negotiations for Medicare. But hang on a minute, aren't those price negotiations what Merck is taking issue with? On the flip side, the pharma industry argues that this law, fresh out of the legislative oven last year, will punch a hole in their profits, potentially putting the brakes on developing new treatments. Tough pill to swallow, right? But the drama doesn't stop there. Merck also asserts that the law forces companies into agreements saying that the prices are fair, which they say is a no-fly zone according to the First Amendment's protections of free speech. Now, isn't that something? And get this, Merck is not just sparring with some government faceless entity. They've named names: the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services, as well as HHS Secretary Xavier Becerra and CMS Administrator Chiquita Brooks-Lashaw. They're in it for the long haul, prepared to duke it out all the way to the Supreme Court if they have to. In September, the first ever Medicare drug price reduction process is set to begin, with new prices expected to go into effect in 2026. This could reportedly reduce industry sales by $4.8 billion in the first year. Now, how's that for a financial body blow? So what do you think, folks? Is this a case of a corporate heavyweight standing its ground, or a play to keep profit margins from taking a hit? Should life-saving medicines be made affordable at the cost of potential future drug development? And how exactly does one balance public health needs with private sector viability? Let's hear what you've got to say.